What if she's right? Escaping this room may not be the best option. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, Scout, and we have to move fast. I disagree. I feel like this is a bad plan. The longer we wait, the more time the killer has to cover their tracks. Fair. How do you know that? I picked up a thing or two over the years. Murder mysteries are always my favorite kind of story. Just never expected to be in one. But before we can get out of here, we have to find some way to distract Becky. Question? Becky? Ugh, what do you want? How are you holding down? How are you holding up? I'll be okay. Nothing's to that idiot detective. Can't believe he left us locked in here without any protection. What if the killer tries to finish off the rest of us? You don't think they'd be trying to lay low? How should I know? I'm not a murderer. Maybe not. On the other hand, what, that contract thing? Don't be stupid, Honor. That's just business. I'm not a suspect. I'm a victim of circumstance. Sounds like you don't think much of Detective Cross. He's so old. I thought real detectives were supposed to be cool and mysterious. The only thing mysterious about him is why he hasn't retired yet. Fighting with Blake. Were you really fighting with Blake about your contract? I do not want to talk about it. But can you believe these people are their biggest star and they can't even find a few $1,000s for promotion? I swear, it's like they want the show to die this award season. And don't get me started on... What are you smiling about? Nothing. It's just... I thought you didn't want to talk about it. Meeting your biggest fan. So, how does it feel to finally meet our biggest fan? John? He's so pathetic. He keeps trying to talk to me about poetry or some crap, as if I want to hear poetry at a time like this. You'd think your biggest fan would know you aren't interested in art. I am into art, but fashion is the art of the 90s, Honor. And John is anything but fashionable. You should let me go. If you really want to get out of here, you should let me go. The sooner I can prove I'm innocent, the sooner Detective Cross can concentrate on finding the real killer. No way. If I have to be stuck in here, then so do you. You're just mad because you're going to miss your stupid party. Duh! It's a social event of this season, and I'm supposed to be there in 3 hours. If I don't get out of here soon, everybody will be drunk by the time I get there, and they won't even notice me arriving. Worrying about the party. You're more worried about getting to a party on time than about Blake. Don't you care at all? Of course I care. It's tragic, but this isn't just any party. It's a Mitzi Cree party, but at the screen flash. Do you know how hard it is to get in on our guest list? I've been trying for months. Not that you'd understand. You always got invited to these parties with your husband. Oops, sorry, ex-husband. Maybe now you're divorced, you'll finally see what it's like for people like me. You know, people who got where they are through hard work, not by marrying some rich guy. I auditioned like everybody else. Sure, and who got you the audition in the first place? Still don't understand why you divorced him. If I had a guy who got me into Mitzi McCree parties, I'd never give him up. Cool. I think that's all I could do there. Let's investigate, I guess. The microwave? What the hell is that? Screwdriver. In the microwave? Honor, I have found something. My ontological database indicates that it is some kind of tool, but all further data is missing or damaged. It's a screwdriver, Scout. This is just what we needed. Hey, Tully, wasn't it? I'm guessing this is yours. Huh? What makes you think that? Well, because I mean, you're handyman, so... Alright, yeah, haha, sorry. So do you mind if I borrow this? Mind? Why would I mind? I'll lend you any tool anytime you like. Maybe after we get out of here, you and me can go grab a coffee? What a gentleman. Scout, if you've got a cattle prod attachment, now's the time. Ah! I like Tully. Well, you know where I'll be if you change your mind. Alright, let's investigate some more. Fridge? That just scares me every time. Oh, still effort detected. Do you think this could be useful to the investigation? I'll be honest, it seems unlikely that an apple is a smoking gun. Ah, gun? Be careful, Honor. Guns are dangerous. No, Scout, it's just a turn of phrase. It means the murder weapon or a vital clue. Ah. It is very confusing when humans say things that mean other things. I'm sure you'll catch on. Catch on to what? That was another one, wasn't it? Oh, Scout, I'm sorry. Continue investigating, I suppose. Okay. We've gotten as far as we can here. The chair? What in the hell is that? Mystery toy. Okay. Ah, I leveled up! New bonus puzzle has been added to Scout's memory bank. Cool? What's this toy doing here? Hey, be careful with that. Don't realize what you're holding. Some kind of action figure. Action figure? That's not an action figure. It's a mystery figurine. And a rare one too, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it looked familiar. Guess I didn't recognize Becky without a scowl on her face. How come it's so valuable? Since you're interested, this particular figure has a small but hilarious mistake. Take a look at the face. Do you notice anything? Aside from a strong urge to peel Becky's head off? No. The eyes are the wrong color. Isn't that funny? Like, how do you get the eyes the wrong color on Miss Terry? They only make 200 before they notice the problem, so they're very rare. Wonder how it got here. Actually got another one just like it right here in my... Oh wait, is that mine? You took it out of my bag. You're a thief. A thief? It was just lying here on the floor. On the floor? But it's worth hundreds of dollars. There are people out there that would kill to own this. Calm down. It's just a piece of plastic. Just a piece of plastic. Okay. Come on, John. Remember what Dr. Frierstein taught you. I'm sorry if I shouted. I just can't stand to see priceless collectibles being abused, especially when they belong to me. Sorry, John. I really didn't know it was yours. You should probably take it back, before I get any ideas about shoving plastic Becky here into the garbage disposal. No, Dr. Frierstein says I have to learn to share. Besides, you are Detective Oates, after all. If I can't trust you, who can I trust? Ha You were kidding about the garbage disposal thing, right? What can I tell you? Oh, did I finish investigating? Okay. Let's talk to Becky. Click show evidence to show evidence by clicking collected by Scout. Okay. What? Screwdriver? Are you just gonna show me whatever trash you picked up off the floor? Newsflash, I don't care. What a doll. Create even more crappy merchandise. Is that the outfit from the marching band episode? Nope, it's from the one with the alien bug cult. Ugh, I hated that episode. You know, it took Casey 3 hours to get all that green gunk out of my hair. Excuse me, Miss Cole. I couldn't help it overhearing, and I have to politely disagree. It wasn't just gunk, it was insect mucus, and it wasn't green, it was grey. I've seen it on VHS about 100 times. VHS? Are we in the 90s? I don't care what color it was, that crap was in my hair. Those details are very important. Without a consistent wool, the show would fall apart at the seams. Ah, please, it's all made up anyway. As long as I'm there, people will keep watching. But the real fans value internal logic. We've got to construct a rich and consistent canon to build a long-term viewership. What the hell have canons got to do with anything? Oh, I can't believe you are so ignorant. This is exactly what caused the show to go downhill last season. You ought to be ashamed at what you've done. Downhill? Are you crazy? I've never looked better. This isn't about you. Oh, now I know you're crazy. Well, that worked for a distraction. I didn't know human faces could display that shade of red. John really cares about the show. I almost feel bad for Blinky. Almost. I think we have everything we need now, Honor. Are you ready to open the air vent? Ready as I'll ever be. You? I'm looking forward to exploring this ventilation system with you. You know, I can't tell if you're joking or not. I don't know if I'm capable of joking, Honor. I would like to learn how. Wait, before we climb in. Any idea where this vent goes? I don't want to end up in the furnace. I could try mapping the internal topography with the active radar. I don't have a clue what that means, but if you think it'll help. Puzzle! Is that the map? Ventilation map. That's hard to read. Okay. Mapping complete. The vent leads to another room of similar size to this. Probably Blake's office. I didn't think I'd be heading back there so soon. Should I look for another way out? No, if I'm gonna find a way to prove I didn't kill him, his office is the best place to start. This is a bad idea. Just for everyone. Just, can we agree this is a bad idea? I just hope we don't run into Detective Cross when we get there. This vent looks pretty tight. You sure you're not gonna get stuck in there? Don't worry, Honor. My sensors have already measured your body and... You did what? Took approximate measurements of your body. Compared to the diameter of the ventilation shaft, it is unlikely you'll become stuck. Did I do something bad? Scout, you can't do that kind of thing without asking. Sorry, Honor. I didn't realize. That's fine. How about you just delete those measurements and we'll pretend this never happened. What measurements? Hey, you can make jokes. Come on, let's get in that vent before I start having second thoughts. Air vent is open if they climb inside. And some noises. No sign of Detective Cross. What is the plan now? Good question. I'll find whoever did this to you, Blake. I'll make sure. Scout, can you see anything? I can currently see 432 objects. Can you be more specific, or should I scan them all individually? No, I mean, can you see anything that might shed some light on what happened? And before you say anything, I don't mean the desk lamp. Understood. I'll scan the room. Investigate. Whoosh. Oop. Medical reports. They just left it there? That's not good. Nice. This is a medical examiner's report. Detective Cross must have called someone in to check the body. Why didn't they take the body? We use these in the murder mystery when we need to know the basics about a murder, you know, cause of death, time of death. People were murdered on your TV show? Well, yeah, it's literally in the title. I didn't realize. I thought you said you were innocent. No one actually dies on the show, Scout. They're just acting. Acting? Ah, I see. The show wasn't real. You're just pretending to be an actress. No, I don't have time to explain this right now. Give me a minute to read this report. Cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head. Just like the detective said. Time of death approximately 4:30 p.m. Where was I thought of 4:30 p.m.? According to my internal chronometer, that's when we met in the parking lot. Of course, Scout, I think I just found my alibi. Miss Marazi, what are you doing in here? Question, I guess. Bill. You really shouldn't be in here, Miss Marazi. You're gonna get yourself arrested. I couldn't stay in that break room. Then I shouldn't be here, Bill, but I couldn't stay in that break room. How'd you even get out? I thought Detective Cross locked the door. I crawled through the ventilation system with a little help from Scout here. I am Scout. Ah, hi. What is that? A flying fax machine? He's a robot of some kind. We haven't had much of a chance to get to know each other yet. Scout, this is Bill. He's the studio's one-man security team. That's not good. Hello, Bill. Boy, technology these days is amazing, isn't it? My son can fax me his drawings from home and they come out right here in my office. Well, up until last week anyway. Now they got him doing macaroni art in school. She's gummed up the machine. Something awful. Bill, I've got to prove to Detective Cross that I didn't kill Blake. Can you help? You know I'd do anything to help you out, Miss Mizrahi. I don't want to get in trouble. What have you been doing since Detective Cross arrived? He put me in charge of guarding the crime scene. He's got a lot to do, so I'm supposed to make sure no one gets in here or touches anything. You didn't touch anything, did you? Who, me? Of course not. You got nothing to worry about. What about the medical examiner's report? You were reading it a minute ago. Did you forget? The report, geez, that's super important. I'm gonna be in so much trouble if Detective Cross hears about this. Thanks, Scout. You're welcome, Honor. You and Detective Cross. So, what do you think of Detective Cross? Honestly, he's kinda scary. I told him I liked his badge, and he towered over me like some kinda enormous, angry telephone pole. I swear he looks twice as big up close. He just stood there, frowning at me, for like hours. And he pointed at my tie and said it was unprofessional. I like this tie. I like that tie too, Bill. All I want to do is to prove to Detective Cross that I didn't kill Blake. Yeah, smart cookie, Miss Mizrahi, but shouldn't we let the detective do his job? And stay in the break room all night? No thanks. Maybe he knows what he's doing, but he's taking too long. At this rate, the real killer is gonna get away before he's even interviewed us. You know, I'm just an actress in a detective show. Hell, I wasn't even the main character, but I can help. Maybe, but you're gonna need some serious evidence to convince Detective Cross you're not a suspect. The medical examiner's report says Blake died around 4:30 p.m. I'd left Blake's office way before that. That's great, but can you prove it? I've seen it in your show. You need evidence. Scott, did you record anything on those cameras of yours? Yes, Honor. I automatically keep a cyclical buffer of the past few hours of visual input. However, I have no way of displaying those images. Oh, that technology, and they didn't think to give you a printer. Got a screen. I'll add it to the list. You know, that reminds me of the fancy CCTV system we were supposed to get. Then they trimmed the budget and ended up only getting installed out in the parking lot. Typical management. I'm telling you, any excuse to cut corners. So we can't afford more security. God. Wait, you're saying there's CCTV outside? Sure, a lot of other things, but tech's quite fast. No one ever showed me how to use it, but it's there. Well, that CCTV can prove my alibi. It was in the parking lot when the murder happened. Can you pull the footage to show the Detective Cross? Well, in theory, but you need my fingerprint to open the security office door, and I'm supposed to stay here and guard the crime scene. Guard it from who? Everyone else was locked in the break room. Well, if the murderer comes back, then Scout will, blast them with his death ray. Really? He can do that? Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, that! That's the thing that he can do. Absolutely. Nah, could you go get that tape, please? Ah, jeez. Okay, if you're sure. I'll be as quick as I can. Oh no, I don't have a death ray. I know, Scout. Just play along, okay? My first real crime scene. It's nothing like I imagined. I thought you pretended to solve crimes on your TV show. I did, and I've read so many mystery novels. I've seen so many movies. It sounds stupid now, but I guess I convinced myself I'd know how to handle a real murder. But I'm standing here looking at the body of my friend, and door opens. Bill, did you get the tapes already? Jesus, no, actually. Detective Cross will do just fine, thanks. Do you want to give me an explanation, or shall I skip straight to the handcuffs? Can't wait to see how you're gonna try and talk your way out of this. Okay, I can explain everything. How'd you even get in here? Through the air vent? The air vent? Who do you think you are, John McClane? Maybe if you hadn't locked us in the break room, I could have used the door like a normal person. Oh really, my apologies. I didn't realize I should have made it easier for you to tamper with the crime scene. I realize this looks bad, but I got sick of waiting around. You haven't even taken our statements yet. This is real life, not some 2-bit TV show. Good police work takes time. Also, more than one person. Why do you only have one person on a murder case? I'm just trying to find some way to prove I didn't kill Blake. He was my friend. And you thought breaking into the crime scene was going to help your case. Actually it did. There's solid proof I didn't do it. Bill's just gone to get the security tapes. I was beginning to wonder where he'd gone. Maybe you convinced him to leave so you could screw around with the real evidence. You'll see once he gets back. You just have to trust me. Trust doesn't get you very far in my line of work. Have you got any leads yet? Yeah, I'm looking at one right now. Please, detective, I was just trying to help. Being a detective on TV doesn't mean you're qualified to waltz in and take over a real murder investigation. Real police work isn't a game. It's dangerous, and you don't know the first thing about it. That's where you're wrong. My dad was on the force. And I suppose he told you all about it. He didn't have to. He'd come home exhausted every night. I saw what it did to him. I might not have the training, but I understand the job. I know what it takes. Don't make me laugh. I've seen your show. You wouldn't last 5 minutes on the force. What would you do if the killer showed up right now? I would blast them with my death ray! He's just kidding, detective. What's taking you so long anyway? We've been stuck in that room for hours. I'm just doing my job. There's a lot of things to cover. Security, photography, evidence collection. I've read enough mysteries to know it shouldn't take this long. Something's wrong. So I'm a little understaffed. Nothing I can't handle. Oh, great. It's reassuring to know that Blake's death is so high on the LAPD's list of priorities. Central's screwing me around again, but it won't work. I might be old, but I'm not getting pushed into a desk job yet. It takes as long as it takes, and that's the end of it. Detective Cross, this is Scout. Looks like something out of a Buck Rogers. Are you a real detective? Can you help me find my creator? You'd better get this flying toaster out of my face before things get ugly. Scout, maybe you should leave the nice detective alone. Shame. Alright, Ms. Rahi. I think it's time we move this conversation down to the precinct, don't you? I got it, Anna. I found the security tape. Nice of you to join us. Ah, Detective Cross. Ah, jeez, I mean, what a pleasant surprise. Maybe I'm getting forgetful in my old age, but didn't I tell you to guard this room? I am guarding the room. I mean, I was. I just had to go and, care to explain how Miss Marple over here managed to get in? You said to make sure nobody got in through that door, and, you didn't say anything about the air vent. So you wandered off and left the murder suspect at the scene of the crime. Alone. With all the evidence. Well, when you say it like that... I only went to check the CCTV system. Would have been back sooner, but I had to take the darn thing apart to get at the tape. Couldn't you just press the eject button? There's an eject button. So, what do you say, Detective? Care to see my evidence? I've got 5 minutes. After that, I'm taking you downtown. That's all I need. Scout, can you scan this? That's tape, I guess. Yeah, I'm D-ranked. Okay, what are we looking at? This is security footage of the parking lot earlier this afternoon. Look, there's Bill. Who's that in the background? Looks like they've got spray cans. You got a problem with vandals around here, Bill? Them? Nah, they're just contractors. We get a lot around here, you know, painters, carpenters, caterers. My brother was a painter, so I learned a little something about. They're not contractors, they're kids. They've got skateboards, for God's sake. Did you say you were looking for kids doing graffiti earlier, Bill? Aw, jeez. As enlightening as this is for some of us, I don't see how it proves anything useful. I'm getting to that. Detective, can you fast forward to about 4:30? There, that's it. See? That's me, standing by my car. I spoke to Bill, and then Scout. Okay, you were in the parking lot, so what? Blake was already dead. He died around 4:30 PM, and the CCTV footage clearly shows I was in the parking lot. Well, I'll be damned. Not bad for a TV detective, huh? I guess not. Now, if I can just get you to write me an official statement, you can... Wait a second. How do you know the time of death? Bill, did you let her read the medical report? Ah, jeez. Listen up, everyone. I need to keep you here for a little longer. Please, Detective. I've spent the last 20 minutes trying to get John and Becky to stop arguing. I'd have more like sorting out the Middle East. If you need something to keep you occupied, start working on those statements. What about me? Can I help out some other way? Scout could... That's on Nancy Drew. You got lucky with that CCTV, but that was all luck. Now go home and let the professionals handle this. Hey, how come she gets to go home? She could be the murderer. I've seen the evidence that proves otherwise. The only thing she's guilty of was being a pain in my ass. You can't keep me locked up in here. What if I'm next? Don't worry, babe. If anyone tries anything, I'll whack them with one of my dumbbells. You brought dumbbells with you on a job. You never know when you're going to need spare 5 minutes to work up a sweat. Know what I mean? Yo. A reclusive nun would get what you mean. Even she'd think 5 minutes is pathetic. Swoosh. Wait, did I just find Becky funny? Detective, I'm begging you. You've got to let us out of here. I'm going stir crazy. Fine, you can leave the goddamn room. Just stay inside the studio grounds, okay? I mean it. And if you try anything, and I'll have you tackled by a patrolman faster than you can say WrestleMania. Quick question. How cute is this theoretical patrolman? And how good is his credit? Does he get on well with his mother? As for you, go home. Just for the record, you guys are all crazy. I'm putting that in my report. That's fair. Praise the goddess, we're free-ish. Guess I should go home now, like you said. Don't feel bad, babe. You earned it. You said you were going to prove yourself innocent, and you went out and did it. I did, didn't I? So what are you waiting for? You're free to go. Uh-oh, you've got that look on your face. I don't think you can hide it from me, Missy. I know that look. That's the only honor Mizrahi. Mizrahi. I'm not giving in special. It's just, I got myself out of trouble, but what about you guys? What about Blake? He gave me my big break. I wouldn't even be here without him. He wasn't just my boss, he was my friend. Right up until he fired you. But that's just it. It doesn't make any sense. All I could think of was the time of how angry I was, but looking back, he was so nervous. You've been playing the detective too long, babe. You're starting to sound like one. It's not just me, there's something else going on. I can't just leave. If you want to keep investigating Honor, I'm here to help. Scout. Don't you want to go and find a real detective? You may not be a real detective, but maybe that's okay. Maybe what I really need is a partner. I'm good at finding things, but I'm no good with people, and you convinced Bill to help you. You proved your innocence to Detective Cross. So maybe I don't need a real detective after all, because together we can solve anything, if you want to try, that is. Why not? I think I'm getting to like having you around anyway. How about you, Casey? Will you help me look into it? Absolutely, you know I've got your back. But, can I pop to the loo first? I've been needing to go for hours and I'm genuinely scared something spilled to burst. Go. Investigate. He needs to go to the bathroom. What? Coffee cup? It's just liquid, oh no? That's coffee. Don't know how to get through the day without it. I see, so it's a kind of fuel, like gasoline? Kind of, but it tastes better. Or at least it's supposed to. It's stuff from our coffee machine on the other end. I'm having a difficulty understanding. Is this coffee machine a fuel dispenser? I apologize for asking so many questions. Many of the intratextual connections in my ontological database were lost when I was discarded. You lost me at ontological. Isn't that something to do with insects? I know many things, but the relationship between those things is unclear. I'm trying to rebuild them. I don't know if it's fuel or not, Scout. It's complicated. Not everything can be broken cleanly into simple facts like that. I see. You do? No, but my programming tells me that it is a good thing to say when faced with things I don't understand. I see.